Hello traders, this is Jay from daytradingsupport.net, and here is another short on the Nasdaq. We came down, we took some really good entries at the 20% moving average. I'm sorry, the 20 period moving average. And now we're taking one from the 50 period moving average. It retraced. Well, looks like we just got stopped out. Let's just try that entry. Watching the volume. Just want to see if we crest above our previous pivot. Yeah, it looks like we might. So let's just draw a little line here. What we're looking for is a rejection off that area, which I think we're getting it. It's going to show a little weakness. Oh, looks like if it doesn't reject off that area, we're going to be probably moving a little higher. Yep. So there's my next point of entry of interest is going to be from this previous support area from way back here. And then my next would be at a higher time frame. So I'm going to see if we can break down below this area. It looks like we're going to retrace all the way up to here. Here we come. Now I don't want to jump in front of a freight train, so I'm going to move my entry above the area that I think I'm going to enter and wait for the buyers to fail. When I see sellers come in, enough sellers, then I'm going to actually get into the trade. So I'm waiting for that to happen. It's not showing me that the sellers are not taking control yet. Okay, that was a good indication that we might move down. Oh, maybe not. Just waiting for the sellers to show up in the volume. I'm watching the 1 minute volume. And so far, there's a lot of buyers. There's a little bit of infighting here. I think that's enough confirmation for me to take an entry. I'm going to move my stop. Probably need to give it a little more room here. The area to really watch for is right there. If it crests above that, then we might be moving higher. Look at that. Look at that. It's rejecting off that area. It looks like the buyers have exhausted for now. Now we're going to see if they try to take it up again. I'm going to put my stop right there because I don't need it to go any higher than that to tell me that I don't want to say I'm wrong, just that it's not ready to exhaust. So I want to be ready to stop it so I don't lose too much on that. Otherwise, it looks like everything indicates this should roll over and come down to our target. Now, if it moves to the downside, I'm going to have an area. I'm just locking in some of my profit. Here we go. Now I'm coming down to this previous area where it had a pivot on resistance because that's the area to really come and test. So I'm going to take my target and put it down there in that area. I mean, this thing could continue, but I just want to make sure I lock in the profit and then re-enter if I feel that it's going to move in that and continue in that direction. So far, the sellers have been in control. Look at that. It just buyers came up. Looks like they just gave us a small pivot. I'm tempted to enter in an order waiting down below. If we enter, if it comes down, and it'll trigger us into an entry going short. So I collected profit, and now I'm just going to see if this thing wants to have a continuation to the downside, which it did. Made a little push. We're triggered into an order. There's not a lot of sellers, but there are sellers. I'm going to see if we can hit this next area. For all we know, we could be creating a new trend that ends right here. So I want to make sure I lock in my stop because it could reject off that trend line. If it pushes through that trend, then it should be able to hit our target. And it looks like it's moving nicely. So far I have there we go. Now the sellers are coming in. I'm going to lock in my, as soon as it moves down, I'm going to lock in my profit. All right, put myself in at 1 tick so it'll cover my commissions. And now we're going to pull this down because I think we're going to move quite considerably. Keep inching down in my stop. Yeah, I think the sellers are really going to come out of, they're coming in now. We got a lot of sellers coming in. I'm watching the volume here. So far it's picture perfect. Now some buyers just came in. Really want to there, and that's okay. We collected some profit. If we feel that we want to re-enter, we can always put in an order waiting and just take a quick scalp. So if I feel this is going to make continuation and enough sellers come back in, I can take this order or entry again, going short. I'm just waiting to see if more sellers or more buyers come in. It looks like there's plenty of sellers. I feel like I want to take a shorter scalp. There we go. We just hit our target. Okay, so that was another great 2 trades that we took. We lost two trying to take our short from this point. It pulled back and retraced deeper than we anticipated, but we got in at the right time, collected some profit, got in again, and then collected profit, got in again. So that was probably equivalent to about $100 in profit, and it was very low risk. So I hope that helped.